Everyone, it's me, Brandy. Today I'm gonna talk about a little bit of my past. It's probably a little bit of my life log or depression. Anyway, it's probably just talking about my dad. I don't really have a good relationship with my dad. As I told you in my life log, he kicked me out. When I was 23, and I'm 26 now, so it's been like 3 years, almost 3 years since I think he kicked me out in September. So yeah, I don't know why he let me live in his house in the first place. 'Cause we had a dispute when I was like 18, 19, when I got really sick. I'm not sure what I had since I never went to the hospital. I had gotten the sickness before, but I had no idea I did. I had gotten the same sickness as I did when I was 9, and the sickness is like I don't eat much because if I do, I start throwing it up no matter what it is. Only thing I could eat was rice. Let's see. I feel queasy, lightheaded, nauseous, and I can't walk. I can walk, but I just get sickly when I walk, so I just can't do it. And it was very hard for me because I was sick for like 8, 9 months, probably even a year. I'm not sure because I not slept for a really long time, like probably like how many hours I sleep now. It's probably like 10, 12 hours a day. Um, I didn't know why I was sick. I would have went to the hospital, but I knew it would have costed a lot, and I just didn't want to put that on my mom since I was sick. And I was 19, and I know we weren't in a family that rolls in money, so I was like really worried about it, and I just didn't want to go. Even though some of my online friends were telling me to go to the hospital, but I didn't think my mom would be able to afford it. And my dad didn't know I was sick. I think he thought that I wasn't going to school on purpose, and that's what the school thought as well. But I really wanted to go because I had a history class, I think, or an economics class, and it was very interesting. But every day I went, I just kept getting feeling sick. And the last day, I was like, I was only in that class for 3 days, and I just said, yeah, I can't do this. And I'll just go home, miss a day or two, or maybe three, and I'll get better. But I never got better. I don't even know when I got better. But so I'm not really sure if it was 8 months. Could have been a whole year that I was sick. And if you know what that is, please tell me because I don't know. But I think I might get sick again in 2019 since that'll be another 10 years. But I'm not sure because I don't know. Um, yeah. Anyway, the situation with my dad is like one time he came over and like he said, "Go to school. You're supposed to be going to school." And I'm like, he was talking to my mother, but I didn't even know what was going on. And I always hated him, and I really always hated him because all he wants from me is to be feminine, and I just can't because I'm like I told you I'm transgender, and I always thought about being a boy my whole life mostly, and and I did not want to do that kind of stuff, and he just thinks his way is the way, and yeah. But when he kicked me out, when he kicked me out, I was like, "You are not a father to me anymore. I'm not gonna call you dad. Well, I don't call him dad. I call him daddy, but I don't like that either. I don't like calling him dad. I don't even want to call him father. He's to me, he's not a father. And when like the maybe third hospital I was in, he came by because he would visit, and the first thing he told me was, "I want some grandbabies." Now, I'm in the hospital. This is not the right time to be asking for grandchildren. It really pissed me off. I just stared at him. I was like, "Are you serious? You come here to visit me, and the thing you could have said, I was so worried about you because I was gone for months. I was in hospital to hospital to hospital, And and instead of saying, "Oh, I'm so glad that we found you and you're not on the street dead," but you just ask, "I want some grandbabies." What the fuck? Who says that? I, it's really seriously, who says that? Your kid is gone for months. You have no idea where they are, and you're gonna be asking, "Oh, can I have some grandbabies?" What the fuck? This is your kid here. Who cares how old I am? You should be worried. I'm like, seriously. You didn't know where I was. Nobody knew where I was. I think they found me by a detective from what my brother told me, or something. But seriously, shouldn't be asking this right now. I wouldn't. I don't want kids anyway. I should have just said that. But I was pissed off because that's what he thought was most important to talk about. Like, I want some grandbabies. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even remember the conversation because I was like, this guy is an asshole. He doesn't care about me. He only cares about other shit. He doesn't care about me at all. Like I said in my last video, my life vlog, he just wants me to look pretty. So I think to like show off that he's a good father or a good figure or something. He doesn't care about me. He only cares about himself. He only cares about looking good and other people looking good. He just wants to be presentable all the time. And I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not like you. I don't care about what people think of me. Well, I do, but not really as much as he want. I want to wear what I want to wear. If people hate it, then fuck them. I don't care. Why do you think I keep wearing these clothes? Seriously, I'm not gonna have kids. And I remember when I was living at my aunt's house, he came by and I did not want to meet him. I was stayed outside in the backyard and just waited till he left. And I was thinking like, if I had a kid, I don't want kids anyway. That's just the reason why I didn't. When I was sitting in the back thinking, and like I said, I was thinking to myself, if I had a kid, I wouldn't want them to meet my father ever because I don't like him, and he would probably spoil them rotten, and then screw them over. And then when I thought about it, I would probably do the same thing because I want my kids to have the things I didn't have, or I would treat them badly because they would have better chance at life than I ever did. And then I'll be like, screw them. I don't want them to be happy. Then I'll try to make their life horrible. So I'm like, I can't have kids. I would probably do that. I would probably make their lives really horrible. So no kids for me. Sorry. But I don't know. I don't think people will want me anyway. I would thought about adopting a kid, but I don't know. But I just can't stand my dad anymore. All he wants for me is grandkids, and that's all he cares about. He doesn't care about me. And I remember when I thought about moving back in with him, which was last year, he said, I want you to give me respect, do as I said. And I'm like, oh my god, this asshole is still thinking he deserves respect. Because to me, he doesn't deserve it because he hasn't been in my life all the time. It's because he was a weekend dad. He only was there for the weekend. And if it was on a school day, it would be worse because if it was a school day, we would be up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then we have to get back home by, like, we wouldn't get back home till, like, what? Who knows what time? Like, we'll be out, uh, like, I remember one time I wanted to leave party to watch TV, but I really just wanted to leave the party. And I didn't care if I missed my show, but I eventually did because it would have taken us 3 hours to get back. And it did take us 3 hours to get back. And I'm like, oh my god, I missed my show. And because by the time we left, it was 12 o'clock, and that was the last showing of it, or it was like 2 o'clock. And I'm like, yeah, I can't watch it now. But I wanted to leave because there was a party about with people I don't even know. Why do you keep taking us? He always took us to parties And it was ridiculous. I don't even like parties. Because I was younger, I didn't like them, and there was nobody I knew, so we couldn't talk, couldn't play around. Even if there was people there, I couldn't play around with them anyway. He doesn't like it when we play around, so we always had to be quiet all the time when we were kids. It was annoying. We can't even be kids. And then I remember when like a couple years ago, probably when I was 22 or 23, probably 22, when I got into Step on Second the first time, he said he loves the laughter of children, which to me set off like he's a pedophile, but he's probably not. He's just, I don't know. But if that's true, why in the hell did you not allow us to have fun? Like, I remember one time when I was younger, probably 8 or 9, I asked them, because they were going to the park that day, I asked them, just wake me up before you go to the park, because I was just a little tired. Woke back up, they were gone. Only my mom was there. I was like, where's my dad and my brother? And she was like, oh, they left to go to the park. I was like, what? I told them to wake me up. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't think they just left. I'm like, that's bullshit. I didn't say that, but I'm like, seriously? All you had to do was wake me up and take me to the park. I really wanted to go to the park that day. That was bullshit. I don't really like my dad because of some stuff like that. And I don't think he asked any of his other kids, which he has another 3, but all of them are my brothers. One is my full-blooded brother, who, I would say his name, but I don't want to. If he doesn't want me to, I'm not. But I never asked him. Anyway, and 2 are my half-brothers, but one half-brother who's probably in his 30s now is living in, I forget now, and I forget. The other one, he had died a couple years ago, so he died when I was like 17 or 18. That's what at least I was told when I was 22 that he had died like 5 years ago. So let's see, 22, 20, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Yeah, probably when I was like 17 or 18. And we never got to meet him. Now, I'll tell you a secret, but no. My dad would probably find this video and then just yell at me, but whatever. I don't really care about him anymore. Because all he cares about is grandchildren, image, and, like, yeah, pretty much those 2 things. I know he pretty much cares about his image because that's all he ever cared about with me when I was younger. He always wanted me to look good all the time. Well, that's what it looked like. And I'm like, dude, why is this all you care about? And I remember when I was still living with him, he was like, when are you gonna get out of here? Because I have people coming over. I'm like, dude, seriously? I'm trying here. I have to wait. And he doesn't care if I live or die because he kicked me out. He doesn't. And if I wasn't transgendered, why in the hell would you kick out your daughter? It's dangerous out there. Like, seriously, people die all the time on the street. And plus I have a mental illness. Who knows what's gonna happen to me? I didn't take my medications with me or anything. I would have been... I could have been on the street. Not even... Like I said on one of my videos, I black out sometimes. And probably happens more often when I don't take my medication. So I would have probably been screwed. Probably one of those crazy people on the streets. Like, running around, talking to myself. Which I have done before. And I'm like, seriously? This guy does not care about me. He does not. Ever since he laughed, we on the phone with a relative and laughing or a friend, I'm like, this guy does not care about me. He does not care. This man is not a man. He's not a father. He doesn't even know how to take care of kids either. He just doesn't do anything. He doesn't let us do anything. He didn't like us playing video games. Like, seriously, I remember when I was younger and my brother had like math problems. It was probably been multiplication. And then my brother said, oh, Dad, can you help me with this? And I'm like, oh, sure. He looks at it and says, oh, wow, this is very difficult. And then he leaves, comes back with a book about algebra. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is algebra? Oh, this is a, let me, like, dude, this is multiplication, not algebra. I'm like, god damn, this isn't that hard, just multiplication. And I think my mom even found it annoying because, seriously, you should know multiplication at least. I remember when I was having trouble with multiplication, my mom just wrote down all the times tables for me, and because at that time when I was in third grade, I was being taught multiplication. My mom told me that the teacher was giving me fourth grade work. I don't even know why the teacher did that to me. She was just mean to me. She just she didn't let any of the other students help me out. I was like, I don't get it. What am I supposed to do? And she just said, just do it. What are you talking about? I don't know what to do. I don't even know what this means. Try to ask questions and I will be ignored. And if I just came up with a random answer, I remember one time I came up with a random answer, I said, 2? And she said, no, wrong. Another person said, what, like, she's like, Jose, what do you think? 2. You're right. See, you're right. I'm like, what the hell? I just said the same thing. And I'm just wrong. She never let me. I don't even know how I passed that class. It was probably that no student left behind business. But I didn't. I tried very hard in that class, and I'm still terrible in multiplication. I'm terrible, and I don't even know decimal point system or division. I'm just terrible at all of those. And that's why I always need a calculator. So I'm happy for smartphones. I'm very terrible with math now. I used to love math, and then it's because of that teacher. I'm just not good at it anymore. Anyway, like I said, I don't have a good relationship with my dad. I don't want it to be better anymore, since I already know what he cares about, which is his relatives and his image, and the spoiled kids that aren't his, which he didn't do with us. Because I remember when I was like 12 or 13, probably 13, I went with him to Seattle or Chicago, and I did not want to go to the mall with him, and I just hanged out with two of my cousins, and well, on his side anyway, yeah, and we just talked at a park and everything. We came back, and then one of the cousins that went said, "Oh, there was a phone case for your phone. Your dad didn't buy it for you." I was like, "What? Seriously, why didn't he buy it?" And I'm like, he said, "I don't know," or whatever. And I went and told my dad, I'm like, "Why didn't you buy me the phone case?" And he said, "Oh, because you wasn't there." I was like, "What the fuck?" And then later on, I was told that he bought one of the cousins a damn scooter, electric scooter. I'm like, "What?" He bought it on layaway. It was $125. I'm like, "What the fuck?" He couldn't have bought me a phone case, which was $5 because I wasn't there, but he could have bought a kid a damn electric scooter on layaway? What the hell? He never bought me anything that nice. That's a load of crap. I mean, seriously, do you really need to buy that kid an electric scooter? And I mean, come on. Just because I wasn't there, that's like telling a kid, "Oh, I didn't get you a birthday present because you wasn't there." I mean, seriously? And then what's the use of a birthday without surprises or a party of any kind? Like, there will be no more surprise party. Like, well, we wanted you to come. No, that's just stupid. Anyway, that's really what I feel like about my dad. And but if if you tell me to love my dad because he's my dad and he's been with me, no, forget that. He has not been around me all my life because he was a weekend dad. He might have tried, maybe, but he only wanted me to be someone I was not, and he still is trying to be that. Even though he doesn't know I'm transgender, I don't think he will accept it because I just don't trust that guy anymore. And I don't think it's any of his freaking business. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope that tells you about why I don't like my dad. And if there are other people that hate their parents too, I understand because I also have my mother wasn't that great either, but She was there for me most of the time. She wasn't as great as my dad anyway, but she was my mom, and I for some reason still like her because she used to abuse me and my brother when she used to get drunk, and like that was years ago, and it wasn't very good. And I don't know why I still love her, but I was told that like like even when kids that get abused, they still love their parents. But I don't know why I can forgive my mom, but I can't forgive my dad. And I sometimes think like I can't believe I still love my mother, but I can't love my father. I don't know why. Excuse me, but I'm still trying to go figure out why I don't hate the both of them. But yeah. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out.